running through my 2S pack in and listen to it. Those are the fans in there, and I just wanted to test it with the servo. I hear these servos are pretty weak, and they go out shortly after having it on there a while. So we'll see how that turns out. But I just want to put it on the control. You can see that thread, that's the throttle control. I have it on 75%. I just want to pick it up and punch it, just to let you see that. That's 2x, 75%. Alright, let's go 100%. I can't even keep it still. That thing is powerful. So tired. The tires are ballooning. It's the 2S pack. Alright, I just came back from my first bash with the Arrma Granite. You see, it's dirty. It was a little wet outside, so I just took it through the front yard, up and down the street a few times. Hey, I got a wheelie easily on 2S. 2S pack, this joker was wheeling. It wasn't wheeling crazy, but I definitely got quite a few wheelies out of it on the grass. On the concrete, not so much. And like I said, it's raining out, so this thing was kind of like ice skates, sliding all over the place, right, on the concrete. But it handled great in the wet grass. Haven't done any jumping with it. I hit it off the back flip ramp a couple times. It jumps high on just 75% punch. But what I am disappointed in, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty disappointed. Listen. That's one bash session. Haven't even ran my battery pack down. You know, my battery pack still has power, and the steering servo is already making noise on day one. I'm very disappointed with that, gotta say. I don't have a GoPro, so I couldn't get any recording of my first run. But I'm going to get some help and give me a recording. I'm going to get that run video. But I'm pretty disappointed with that, I'm going to tell you. It could have something to do with the fact that I just got it today, unboxed it, and the box was already open. So maybe this was somebody's return, but before they returned, they bashed with it a little bit or something. I don't know. But I do not like that. I don't like the fact that my box is open, and I don't like the fact that my steering servo is already making noise. So guess what? It's going back. But hey, it's a fun vehicle. On a 2S pack, this thing was boogieing. This thing was getting it. And I'm going to put that video up because I know how some of you are. If you're anything like me, I don't want you to be talking about how good it's running. I want to see the thing moving. But it looks small on the camera, but this is a big vehicle. I'm telling you. You do not want to just have this in your backyard unless you have a couple of, at least half an acre or so, because you're going to want some room to let this thing run, because it has legs. I'm going to tell you that. It goes. Even on a 2S pack, that's what I have in there. My 5200 milliamp 2S pack. Look right there. 7.4 volts. 2S pack. And this thing is running. This thing has legs. So, yeah. Get you one. But be aware of some of the things. Make sure your product is new. Unless you want to work on it. And it's not that I can't work on it. I can't tinker around and fix it. But, you know, when you get something brand new, you don't want to have to fix it on the first day. I'll fix it after a week or two, you know, after I've done something that deserves it being in need of tinkering. But day one out the pack, after one run, come on. I was running it on 50 and 75% most of the time. I hit it 100 just a little bit, and I'm telling you, that thing was moving. And I didn't want to drive it on the concrete while it was wet and it be going that fast. This thing moves. I'm telling you, I don't have the GPS hooked up to it, but I'm telling you, when you see it, you'll know it's moving. This thing is quicker than a hiccup. You know, they said that on the videos, but I'm here to tell you, I'm not gonna bullcon you. I'm gonna give it to you straight. This thing is a beast. So if you want something that's quick, you want something that's affordable, $300. Hey, if you're starting out in the hobby, this is a good, maybe not your first RC, but definitely your second or your third one. And you know, it's no harm if it is your first one. Just be prepared to, you know, turn it down until you learn how to operate it, because I'm telling you, this thing has a lot of giddy up. And I'm going to play around. Maybe I can change the punch settings a little bit, because it's a little slow off the line for me. My other RC car, the DRC, is a little quicker off the line, and it has a little more response for me, even though you can't, it's not as sophisticated machinery. Matter of fact, let me get it real quick. Alright, so here's my DRC car. It's a truggy, and this is, it's advertised as 10 scale, but it's coming in probably at about a 12 scale, and this was my, it came with a second body. It's a good little bargain buy. So if you're looking for a good little cheap RC, hey, find this on Amazon, about $120, and I've been bashing it, and I'm beating it, and bashing it, and beating it. But I'm gonna tell you, it's a pretty good little car. But I'll tell you, I like bashing, so I like going through the mulch at the playground, and this motor cannot handle it. It has died twice, and I actually hand cranked it to free it up, because it locked up on me twice just from bashing it in that mulch. So I have a video where I did that to revive your brush motor. That's a brush motor, 2S ESC, 2S lipo pack in there, you see. But I brought this out to show you that this car doesn't have, you know, the ability to get the punch out, but to set the punch or anything like that. But it's very quick off the line, you know. And so I'm going to play around with this Granite and see if I can get that to kind of change up a little bit, and just for a little size comparison. And this is, they advertise as a 10 scale, but I mean, it really doesn't compare, does it? Not the same. Not the same. Yeah, so, you know, hey, you make it that what you will, decide how you will on that, what you want to do. But if you're looking for a good RC, you know, you're new to the hobby, I suggest, you can't go wrong with this. I think it's a good little car. Just be expected to have to make some repairs, do some tinkering, some fixing up. But I talked about in my last video how my punch was a little slow off the line for me. So, went to the manual, boom. I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna follow these instructions. I'm gonna get this thing to get a little quick off the line for me. Alright, that's 2. That's on level 2. That's level 3 punch. So that's the factory setting. So that's the level 4. That's what I want. So I'm going to turn that off to save it. Now, I'm going to change this to, I'm going to increase the brake strength on this, because when I hit the brakes, it glides a little bit. So we're going to do the same thing. Turn it on. Okay, I changed the wrong setting. All right, let's try this again. I'm new to this. All right, that's the brakes. That's the one I want. That's on 4. That's on 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's for the factory. That's the one I want on 5, which is 75%. So I'm going to try that. I don't want it to go 100%, but 75% is, I think, what I want. So, yeah. So, if you want to know what I was doing, there's a little set button right here, little bitty button. And then here's the on and off button that actually slides. You slide forward to turn the car on, slide back, turn it off. So, you want to change these settings, just like in the manual, you hold down the set button, then you turn this on. And the number of beeps is going to beep through it. And when you hear the beep, like, you heard all that beeping, right? So each one is going to correlate to what variable you're trying to set. So you can change the punch. Let me get that a little focus. Alright, so you could change the punch, low voltage cutoff, whether you got LiPo or NIMH, the punch settings, the brake strength, the running mode, and the motor rotation. So I just did the punch setting, which is the acceleration when you hit the trigger. You know how much power comes when you push it. So like I said, it was kind of like a slow rev up, and I kind of like that because like I showed you my other car, when I press that throttle, it kind of just gets going. I wish I could change that one too, though. I would definitely do something different. But I have plans for that car. I'm going to do a 3S conversion. I'm going to change it to a 3S capable motor and LiPo for the reason I told you that joker stalled out on me twice. So, anyway, yeah, I just wanted to let you know how if you have an Arrma Granite, you want to change your punch settings, that's how you do it. Follow the instructions in your manual. Boom! It's right there for you. It lets you know how to get it done. I'm going to get it in the middle sooner or later. Alright. There are the instructions. So, you can pause the screen, get that, take a picture, take a screenshot, what have you. Go to the Arrma website. I'm sure they have all that information available. I went to the Arrma website and kind of checked it out. I'm telling you, it's a very welcoming website. It has a lot of information and technical information if you want to know all of that. I'm not really into that. I'm learning. So I haven't mastered it. I'm learning. So this channel is for people who are fairly new to the hobby, who just like these things, are entertained by it. And as I learn and grow, I'm going to share that information. I'm going to share that education and enlightenment, right? And also, I want to be open. Hey, you got some tips and some things that maybe I said the wrong thing, or you have some tips for me to look into. I'm welcome to all of that because we grow together. You know, if you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go alone. That's an African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. So I'm all here for the community. I'm here for the RC community. I love it. Like I said, I'm new to the hobby. I just got my first RC car back in like December or January. So I haven't been doing this very long at all. But I love to tinker around with it. I love the fact that this is hobby grade. So you can literally, you know, match and make parts. You can switch out things, you know, the ESC, your servo. And I heard these servos are weak in these Granites. I mean, I've heard that from numerous sources and a number of different channels. And so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that mine is already acting crazy with that noise. But at the same time, it makes you angry that it happened on the first day out the box, right? But hey, anyway, this was about the punch settings and the brake settings. So I changed that. That's how you do it. This camera is backwards. That's how you do it right there. Hey, catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, click your notifications, and you'll see me again or hear my voice. Thanks. Peace.